Hello, and back. Welcome back to the Serial Podcast. It's back again-ish. It's back again-ish. I don't know if it'll be back, but it's back at the moment. It's been, lad. Sorry, it's been a while. I'll tell you how long. This is why the mouse clicking's going on. I'll tell you how long it's been. It was the last video I uploaded on the 22nd of October 2022. It's been a while. It's the 22nd today. That's crazy. Wow. Anyways, 31 views I got. That's decent. That's a decent Logan video right there. Anyway, we're back. Choice of cereal before we get back into anything. Honey Nut Cornflakes. Honey Nut Cornflakes. Bit of ASMR for you for the non-video podcast listeners. Home. Choice of spoon. Normal spoon. Not one of them weird like round ones that are just round. I don't like them. I actually hate them spoons. I'm quite spoontistic, if you will, with choice of spoon. That's the only way I can describe it. I don't like certain spoons. Some spoons are too long. Some spoons are too round. You gotta get on where you did that. Looks messier than I thought it did. Well, that's a shame. I'm not going to do anything about that. I'm going to pretend it doesn't exist for the next however long this podcast is. I've kind of just dipped out a bit. I don't know. It's been a while since I've done anything really. I've posted some TikToks here and there, so go follow that. Or don't. It's a pile of crap. Although I did have my nipples out the other day. Yesterday. I had my nipples out yesterday. Go have a look at my nipples. Newest TikTok, if you're seeing this on the 22nd. I don't know when the next one would be. Yeah, there's no structure to this today. Because I just thought, let's get on it. Big bottle of Volvic water. Well, it's a big Volvic bottle. It's Newcastle tap water. The best water. I'll not be hearing anything else. There's no other good. Sunderland tap water was pretty shocking. And London tap water, pile of crap. But that's probably because they all, poo directly into their water. The Thames. Just in there. Yeah, I'm here. We're chilling. What should we talk about first? I don't know. I can't remember what my viewership's like. I think it's mainly people I know and play American football with, so I could start with sport. No, I know what to start with. Therapy. Right, while I've been gone, I started therapy in February, right? I've had 9 sessions. I've completed therapy. Pretty much. Today. It's partly why I'm making this. It's like a remembrance of how far I've come. I'm not sad all the time. That's fun. It's taken 3 months. I still get sad a lot, but it's not all the time. Progress is progress. I don't know if this is the right microphone. It's the right microphone. I'm glad we sorted that out. Sometimes it goes to the webcam microphone and sounds like crap. Or the headphone microphone. That's even worse. Look at that. Look at that. The wire's broken on my headphones as well. Look at that. That's awful. I might die. Which is no use now. A couple months ago, that would have been fine. But I'm feeling okay. I haven't felt suicidal in time. I just get sad sometimes now. I can't deal with it. So yeah, anyway, completed it, Matt. Last session was today. I had a lovely trainee. And she was very good. Enjoyed our sessions, hour long. 9 hours worth of work. Been doing me bits and bobs behind the scene. I think it's probably been better that I've taken this break. Looking back on it, I've taken this break, and I'm a bit clearer of mind. Kind of. Like I'm doing more things, sort of thing. You know what I mean? You don't know what I mean. That's fine. It's my therapy sessions, dickheads. Sorry. Oh, I've used a swear word. I'm gonna get fined millions of pounds. What? I still do this thing where I like kind of process what I've said after I've said it, and then I think, why did I say that? So that's something that's still happening. I'm not cured, but I'm better, and that's what's important. That was kind of it. That's all there was on that. I'm a little bit better than what I was. Well, not a little bit. I'm quite a bit better than what I was, but not so much better that I'm a robot. I'm not Haaland. I'm not robot. I get sad still. Not for as long. Not for the longer periods of time. It's great. I've been leaving the house more. A lot more. Nearly every day. I have uni once a week. But I've been leaving the house a lot more. It's been great. I've been waking up at 9. That might not seem impressive, but I don't have anything to do in the day except uni work, which I still don't do, but that's not the point. It's going good. It's going good. Right, anyway. Ow. I've got a knee injury. We'll talk about sport now. American football, let's go. We'll start with that. I've got something else I want to touch on later. Because Americans are stupid. I hate them. American football. Season started. Gateshead season. Still at Gateshead, staying at Gateshead. For the season, at least. Actually, Sunderland season. I can talk about the Sunderland season. I'll talk about the Sunderland uni season first, because it's been that long. We played a game. I got an interception. Pretty much how it went. We played Teesside. Teesside were awful, as usual. We beat them because they're crap, and they are every year. And we only played that game this year. So the uni team is gone in a bin. It's gone down the drain. I've got some spots here, and they're kind of fun to play with a little bit. It's a little bit annoying. But I can feel them. Anyway. Yeah, so that happened. My hair is annoying, right? Why is it doing that? What's doing that for? I washed it yesterday. I need to put something in it so it doesn't droop and give us the bloody knife tick in my head. Because I look older than I am. I still get ID'd. But, you know. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, Gateshead season. That started. We won first game. I got concussed and maybe a bit of heat stroke, but we won. What did we win? Can't remember, like 60 something, 40 something, 50 something, 40 something, something like that. Something along them lines. I didn't do much. In fact, I did absolutely nothing in that game. No, I remember it. We didn't have a proper QB. No offense to Dazzy. He's not a proper QB. He's a good player. He's not a proper QB. He's fantastic linebacker. He can play end very well, which is what he's been doing. Receiver, offense, running back, probably. I've not seen him play running back, I don't think. But he could do a job. O-line, he could probably do O-line. He's a decent kicker. He can long snap. He can do it all. He can play more positions than I probably can. Not that that's saying a lot. I'm like 2 foot tall and a stick. So, you know. Yeah. Could have had a touchdown. Daddy's not a natural QB. Couldn't get it there. That's fine. Is what it is. We won that game. That's what's important. And then we played... Who did we play next? Was it Donny? No, it was Wakey. Donny was the first game. Then we played Wakey. We drew, somehow. I did get a sack in that game. Done 1 sack for the season. I've had more sacks for Gateshead than I have touchdowns. To that point. With 1. It's my 2nd season with Gateshead. I play receiver. I should be getting touchdowns. But I don't. It's fine. I'm actually not that good. I've just came to the decision myself. I understand. I'm not bothered. Anyway. Oh, my nose. I got a sack. That's pretty much all that happened in that game. I didn't do much else. Not a surprise. None of who could tackle, including myself. It was the same with the Donny game. No one could tackle, including myself. Except Danny. Danny could tackle because someone tried to hurdle him in the Donny game, and he decided he wanted to participate in the WWE instead, and slammed him. Turned him into a basketball slam dunk. Danny's good, I guess. And then we played DC. Not Sunday just gone, Sunday before. I was this close, that close to getting a touchdown from the very first kickoff, but I nearly fumbled as I was trying to switch the ball between my hands, and then I started to feel it slip, because I did this in the Wakey game. I fumbled like a tart, tried to switch hands, ball just flew out of my hand, I don't know why, but I felt it nearly happen again against DC, so I was like, doesn't matter. And then someone caught us by the back. Caught me by... Yeah, no. That's... What? Caught us from behind. That's it. If he didn't catch us up, I think I would have been able to get through that hole and through. I think. But also, might not have. You know. Yeah. But I did score a touchdown on an out. And then had to very kindly explain to Lottie why I had to do it the way I did it. And I was made to realise after that day that it was partly on me for not understanding, because I did explain it horribly, because words, they're not for me. Don't like words. What's the point? Let's start talking hand gestures. No, actually that's worse. There's more to remember. Stupid words. Anyway, that was against DC, so I don't know if it really counts, because DC are awful and they have been for ages. Ages and ages and ages. They've always been kind of crap. Is what it is. I don't even get to play the return fixture either, which I'm annoyed about, because that would have been my second touchdown of the season. And then I would have got no more. So, currently I'm on a career high of 1 sack, 1 touchdown. And 1 passing touchdown. I will be taking that one off, Fridgie. That was all me. Running me route, as you do, little go. Ball comes over. Linebacker tips it. He does good to tip it, to be fair, because he is small. So to get there. That was good. I'll give that to the DC linebacker. That was good. Everything else you did, crap. I get my hand on it to go catch it, and then bloody Fast Jamie comes from out of nowhere, nicks the ball off my hand. He goes, scores a touchdown. I decapitate the safety. I don't decapitate him. I run into him because he's running my way. I had to get him out of the way. Jamie scores a touchdown. My passing touchdown. So I'm on a sack, a touchdown, and a passing touchdown for the season. That's 3 more things than I did last year. So we're doing good. All I need is an interception and a kickoff touchdown. That's all I need on the season. I've completed it, mate. I don't make the rules. The rules make themselves. I abide by them, but twist it in my own way so I'll look better. So yeah, that's been that season. Darlow have been unlucky. Unlucky. Yeah, they've been unlucky. The first 2 games didn't have Wilkin. I don't think that would have been much of a difference. I always said they would find it difficult at the start of the season, but I think they would build momentum towards the end. And they have. They conceded less points and got a safety. Up the lads. Not up the lads. Fuck Darlow. I don't like Darlow after one of the players tried to kill us last year. So, but they have been unlucky, I think, with the hand that's been dealt. Newcastle, not Newcastle, Northumbria. Is it Northumbria or is it Northumberland? The Vikings. That's easier to remember. The Vikings. I think they've had a good season. Have a look. I'll have a look. I don't remember. Enter. British American football. That one, lad. Schedules and results. Adult contact. Darlow on Div 1, they got promoted, by the way. I should point that out to family members who don't know. They're not in my division anymore. They got up to the top. And they can't get relegated, I don't think. I think that's what Kristen was saying. Something like that. Right, NFC1. What? Scottish Central or South? Are they in the Scottish one? Is that right? Surely not. No, they're not. Correct. Well done. What one are they in then? Central? Central? That's not Central. It was Northumberland. Well done, Logan. They've won all 3 of their games. Not by much, though. 67-4, 13 against. Well, I guess that is a lot. Never played Darlow yet. We've conceded 228. Wow. That's impressive. But they have scored 2. I prefer that. I think that's funnier. I would end the season now. Just like I'd end Newcastle's season on 69 points. Obviously. Lose today against Leicester. Lose on Sunday against Chelsea. Liverpool lose their last game of the season. I don't care what happens to Man U as long as we get Champions League. A historic 69 points on the season, lad. Let's go. Northallerton Spartans, that's the one. They haven't. They folded. They haven't played a game. They've conceded 4 entire points because of 1-0 walkovers. So yeah, it's an interesting one. Yorkshire Rams. They've only played 2 games. Interesting. Anyway, let's go to Division 2. No, that's S. East. Are we in the East? We're in the East. Senna has a second with a draw. Well, because of a draw. Humber look like the Humber are the team to beat. They've conceded 3 entire points. They've conceded a field goal this season. That's it. But they have only played 2 games. But they do have a combined score of 118. Our combined score in 3 games is 139. So yeah. No, yeah. Conceded 22 points a game. Did we concede against DC? No, we didn't. So, in the games we've actually conceded, we conceded 33 points a game. Cool. Wakefield. They've not done great. 3. Donny. Oh, I missed the Wakefield game as well, I think. I'm pretty sure I'm missing the Wakefield game. DC have only scored 21 points from 4 games. That's appalling. But DC are also crap. Anyway, that was that. That's American football. Gateshead season's going okay. Donny's unlucky to be playing against who they're playing. They're playing against great teams. It's their first season up. Still don't like them. And then Vikings are eschewing for promotion or something. I don't know. I don't know how promotion works in Div 1. Because I'm in Div 2. Always have been. Always have been. I'm nearly finished. They've gone a bit soggy. I've never left them this long before. I never usually leave them this long. And now they're moist. They've not even soaked up all the milk, so I've still got milk in the bottom. I'm not going to drink it because that's vile. I don't like drinking milk. I'll probably get a message about that. I genuinely think drinking the milk from the bottom of the bowl is one of the worst things you can do as a human being. There's just no need. Like, just why? Get fresh milk. I don't like bitty milk, which is weird because it's in the book. I don't know. I don't understand it either. I don't care. Anyway, Americans. We'll get on to this now. The first thing I will mention actually is anyone who's on TikTok. Well, I don't know if anyone, but for the people who are on TikTok, you might have seen the video of the American saying the MLS is a better league because the person who wins it all at the end changes more often than not. And then went on to say, why would you support a team like Brentford? Because you know they're not going to win the championship. First off, not championship, league title. Idiot. And also, shut up. I don't care. Why would you support the Detroit Lions? They're not very good a lot of the time. The Minnesota Vikings. They don't make the Super Bowl a lot. What teams haven't made the Super Bowl ever? Oh, God. Only teams not to make the Super Bowl. Why did my thing change to Yahoo? That's crap. Where's where's Chrome? Where's Google Chrome gone? Where's from Google Chrome back? The Bulls haven't won a Super Bowl, but they've made 4 appearances, so they don't count. The Vikings haven't won a Super Bowl, but they've also made 4 Super Bowl appearances. Why would you support them? Crap. Falcons made two Super Bowl appearances. Lost it against Tom Brady, 28-3. Idiots. Would never do that. Not my San Francisco 49ers. We wouldn't lose in the Super Bowl with a lead. But I'd punch them all in the head. Jimmy Garoppolo, if he could throw an accurate deep ball, on that one time he needed to throw an accurate deep ball, I'd be a happy, happy man. I might have not needed therapy. I would have been fine. Anyway, Bengals, 2 Super Bowl appearances, no wins. Cardinals, a Super Bowl appearance, no win. Chargers, Super Bowl appearance, no win. Titans, Super Bowl appearance, deservedly not won. He was short. Just. Cleveland Browns. Why would you support the Cleveland Browns? They've never made the Super Bowl. The modern day Super Bowl. They've not made it. Why would you support them? Because you're from Cleveland. Just pick a different team. Detroit Lions, I was right. They haven't won a playoff game since 1991. Why would you support the Detroit Lions? Especially if you're from the UK. I'm looking at Paswell there. The live reporter. Texans. They haven't won a Super Bowl. They're also in Texas, so. The Jags. They're owned by the same people who own Fulham. I think they're still owned by the same people. They've never made a Super Bowl. Why would you support any of them teams? It's the same question about your silly sport I enjoy quite a bit. What the hell have I done there? Witchcraft. It's a stupid comparison. The sport's crap. You go to a playoff to decide who wins. Just get a cup game. Just have a cup. What's American? Have the Marlboro Cup. They're not really a thing anymore. The Marlboros, cigarettes. What else is American? Gatorade. Have the Gatorade Cup. How about that? We've got the Carabao Cup. You can have the Gatorade Cup. Shut up. Get in the bin. What a stupid. Imagine having so little passion about a sport that your team has to have a dead set chance to win the league for you to go, I'll participate in the watching of this sport. I hate them. Hate Americans. The sports aren't that much better. American football is a slow game to play, which is good because it means I don't need as much fitness. It's fantastic. Not as much running, you'd think. Baseball. They had to introduce a rule so the games didn't take as long because they thought that would fix their viewership problems. I don't think that's worked, but it does mean the pitches go a bit faster, so it's alright. It's a bit more watchable now. Golf should do that. Golf should have a timer for how long you can take to hit your golf ball. Move it on. Get a bit quicker. It is a bit crap. What ice hockey? I can't really complain about ice hockey. I don't watch enough of it. I watched a bit yesterday. I think just the same with basketball. It stop starting. There's a lot of adverts. I've seen another TikTok. I'll find it. It was stupid. I don't care about Beyonce in Cardiff. Where is it? I'll find it. Come on. I'm on this app far too often to... Someone saying MLS kits are better than everywhere else? Oh, I would agree. Nope, not that. So Anthony Edwards dunking on someone's head and then using their hand to make them sniff the pee-pee. Sniff, sniff, sniff. I swear I've only seen this today. Where is it? Where is it? Slurpy slurp. Where is she? I'll find it. What shall I talk about in the meantime? Because oh yes, the other thing, I put the USFL on last night, and on Saturday, their crowds are awful. Is it just because they're not NFL teams? So they don't have the pull? Like, there was a Texas team, which I would understand for not having a pull, because Texas have already got a team, and they were playing a team from New Jersey. Now, New Jersey, if I remember correctly, I'm not going to fact check this, because I don't want to type it in, I can't be bothered. New Jersey is the New York area, correct? Because if it is, they've got 2 teams already. Why do you need another team? Put it somewhere else. But I don't think the XFL had such little viewership. I feel like they had more people in their stands. I think. That could very well be wrong. It was just interesting to see no one there. There was like 3 people there. You get more people at League 2 games. You get more people at non-league, actually. You get more people at a Gator game. You don't get a lot of people there. I can't find this. It's annoying us now. I don't know where it was. I'm gonna punch someone if I can't find it. It surely could have only been a day. It could have only have been a day. Unless I didn't save it or anything. That would make sense. This is getting annoying. Oh, and actually, the WNBA started. When was it? Friday or something? I can't find it. This is so annoying. I might have to leave that. I might just have to leave it. Anyway, the WNBA started the other day, Friday, whatever. And Brittany Griner was back. You know, the one that got traded for like a Russian arms dealer or something. I don't know. It was something like that. It was something stupid. And the coach was like, "Why didn't we sell out the crowd? Why didn't you buy tickets to sell out the crowd?" What? First off, who cares? Not a lot. I've watched the women's basketball, and I can say, in my opinion, it's not as good as the men's basketball. You get more 3-point shooters, more, all of them. Turn all of them into Steph Curry. I'll watch a bit, maybe. I don't know. It's good. Women's sport is. I'm not saying women's sport's bad. I'm saying the basketball in particular isn't as good. Like the Newcastle Eagles, their women's basketball team, even though the men's basketball team was awful this season, the basketball to watch isn't great. That's just fact. Whether it's about it doesn't matter about people going to the game. You'll get a lot of people going to the women's basketball game still, I'm pretty sure. But that doesn't make it good. The stuff I'm watching isn't great. we didn't score a lot of points in the women's basketball this season. I don't think, if I remember correctly. I think it was. I think London held were under 40 points in all the games we played against them in the women's basketball. Under 40 points. Not fantastic. And I think basketball is one of the only sports that I watch that I think the women's the women's, not version because of the same sport, but like the women's bit. Lad, what am I trying to say? Help us out, someone. Give us a bit of help. See, words, what's the point? We'll bin them off. I'll just eat cereal and you can stare at us. The women's... Show. You know what, we'll stick with version because I can't think of anything else. The women's version of the sport isn't as good. Football, the women's football is still quite enjoyable. There's nothing wrong with the women's football. That's the only sports I really watch. Tennis, actually, women are good at tennis. That's enjoyable to watch as well as the men's tennis. I don't know if it would be more enjoyable. I don't watch tennis that much. You know what I mean. What else? Swimming. I don't really watch the swimming unless the Olympics is on. And then it's just like a free-for-all for what's on. I'll watch anything and everything except golf. I despise watching golf. I think golf is one of the worst sports to watch. I don't know. I don't participate in golf. Mini golf, have my number. Normal golf, it seems a bit long. Especially to watch. Same with cricket. Cricket's long. And I don't watch a lot of cricket, but I'm sure the women's cricket is more than okay to watch. People who like crap on the women's football, get a grip, man. It is still good. Just because you don't have everyone's nan rainbow flicking your nan doesn't mean it's not good. It's not necessarily more physical either. While I'm on this, I seen something ages ago as well about the WNBA and how I like this. The WNBA player said that they're not wanting the same amount of money as the men have in the NBA. The WNBA is not wanting like the same millions of dollars, which is good because to get that kind of money, you've got to have that pull. And the women's version of a lot of sports doesn't have that pull compared to the men's sport. Like the Premier League, the women's version, it's on the up, which is good to see, but the women's version doesn't have the same pull as the men's version. Or the lower down, I don't see a lot about any league below the first league in English football. What league are Newcastle in? Like the Newcastle women had a good season. They had a great season. Up the marks, up the lasses. But they're further down. You don't hear a lot about it. It's the pull isn't there as much. It's getting there for football, and that's about it. That's all. But that might just because that's it's one of the only things I'm interested in. So that's probably why I hear about that more than other sports. But the point is, the pull isn't there, so you can't just have the same money if the pull isn't there. If you're not bringing in the same money, you can't expect the output to be the same. But the WNBA player said, back on my point, she was like, we don't want the same amount, we want the shares split the same. I don't know how it works, but they want the shares split the same. And then I've seen someone else work it out, and if the shares were to be split the same, the WNBA players would be playing the WNBA Association because they actually make a loss each year or something. I don't know if that was real. I didn't fact check it. Spread misinformation like wildfire because I refuse to do my own research. If it's been done for us, it's been done for us. If I'm writing an essay and I see something and I read it, then that is fact. That's how it works. But yeah, the argument that women should be paid the same as men is stupid. Not because the sport better, but because the pull is different. The amount of money gained is different. And also, men shouldn't be paid that much. 200k a week. What do you need that money for? Your house? Just don't live in a stupid house with like 7 bedrooms and 19 bathrooms and a swimming pool on top of a swimming pool that has a jacuzzi and a hot tub next to it, because I'm pretty sure they're 2 different things, or they're similar enough though, and like a triple king sized bed in 7 rooms and in a settee made from crocodile. Like, just get a normal house, get a flat, rent a flat. Just do that instead. Why don't you? Goodness. The amount of money people are paid is stupid. Same with American sport. It's stupid. I would like to be on that money. But I don't think they should be getting that money. What does Patrick Mahomes need $260 million over a 6-year period for? He doesn't. That works out at more than $26 million a year. When you're averaging it out like that, I know that's not how it's broken down, but when you're averaging it out, it's more than 26 million a year. But he doesn't need all that money. I understand that American football, especially, and rugby, and the high concussion likely sports. What else is high concussion likely? I don't know. Horse racing. I don't like the horse racing at all. So, yeah. I don't know, I just think you can get a concussion quite a bit, because if a horse boots you in the head, you're probably dead, actually. I should have been a horse racer and hoped it kicked us in the head or something. Anyway, I still don't think 26 million quid a year is needed for anyone. Except me. I would like that, so I don't have to do anything. I can just do silly stuff like talk poo about things I'd rather be doing, like playing sport and earning 26 million a year. Stupid money. Anyway, anything else in sport? I don't think so. Newcastle season's nearly done. That's good. Newcastle. Anyway, it's been a good season for Newcastle. It's been a good season. 3rd currently, 2 games to go. I don't think we will finish on 69 points, which is disappointing. Arsenal are crap. Bottled the league. And I've seen something about them saying when Tottenham bottled the league, they were like, "Oh, bottle jobs," and now everyone's like, "No, Arsenal did really good to finish 2nd." No, they were double figures ahead at Christmas or whatever. They've bottled the league 4 times in the past 10 years or something. It's stupid. They've spent the most amount of time at top of the league and not won the league. I think it's 4 out of the 10 times the team to spend the longest time at the top of the table haven't won the league, and I think they're on that list now 5 times after this season. It was something like that. I can't remember what I'd seen now because I've got memory of goldfish, but it was something like that. Yeah, so they've done crap this season, considering they should have won the league. I thought they were going to win the league, but Gary Neville was right. They didn't. They don't have it in them. Newcastle have done good to finish 3rd. Eddie Howe's worked some magic on Sean Longstaff to where I've not had to shout his name every 3 minutes on a football pitch. And now he's injured, which isn't great. And Willock's injured. I think he's out. Is he out for the season? I know he did his hamstring, so he probably won't play today. It would be smart not to play him today, in my opinion. And if he is fine, then he can come back for Chelsea. we don't need to risk him against Leicester, is what I'm saying. And you know, I could be saying that, and then we lose this game, but I don't think we lose this game because Joe Willock isn't there. Joe Willock isn't the be all and end all. You can take Joe Willock out, replace him with someone else, and he can do that job because he goes missing in the game a lot. Bruno, completely different. He was out injured. We drew a lot of games. That's why we're on 69 points, because we drew 12 games this season. Stupid amount of games to draw. Them draws are wins. We're flourishing. We're competing for top 2. Probably not. But if we did change those draws into wins, we would have been challenging for top 2. It would have made it a bit more interesting up the top. Instead of Arsenal just being Arsenal, bottle jobs, the lot of them. I want to see Paul Dummett play today. I've got him on my lock screen at the moment. The girlfriend isn't happy about it. Well, what are you going to do? You win some, you lose some. I seen Paul Dummett on Friday. The day after the... Who the hell did we play? Everton? No, it wasn't Everton. We'd already played Everton. I won 120 quid on the game. Who did we play? I can't remember. Who did we play on Thursday? I'll have a look. Who we played on Thursday? I'm trying to get it before I have a look. Oh, Brighton. Yeah. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So after the Brighton game on Friday, I went out, as I do, mental health walks and that. It's part of me new routine stuff. I seen Paul Dummett in Eldon Square, and I stared at him. It's one of my only downfalls as a person, I'm sure, because I don't have lots of them. Is any time I see a professional football player, I kind of stare at them for a bit as I'm walking past. I can tell you who I've seen. I've seen Paul Dummett a few years ago at Central Station, and I just stared at him while I walked past. I saw him on Friday in Eldon Square, stared at him as I walked past. I think I seen Matt Ritchie in Central Station. I couldn't tell if it was Matt Ritchie or someone who looked exactly like Matt Ritchie in Central Station. I stared at him as he walked past us to go into Sainsbury's. I seen Joe Linton before again, and I just stared at him as he was walking past. I don't think he's seen us. Ritchie definitely saw us. I don't think Dummett saw us either of the times I was staring at him. Or he did and thought, why on earth is that man staring at us? That fully grown 16-year-old man. Why are you staring for? That's what I would think. Who else? Who else have I seen? I saw Callum Wilson before the Bournemouth away game in Fenwick while I was at the Oosburn Coffee Place. It does alright coffee. It's not Pumphrey's. Pumphrey's is the best coffee. But I seen him there, and I was gonna be like, "Oh, you're playing tomorrow," and then he clearly wasn't. He done some muscle in. But I seen him and I stared at him. I don't think he seen me though, which was good because it would be awkward. And then when I went to London, I saw Lucas Digne in what's it called? Is it Harrods? No, Harrods is the toy shop. What's the other? Pardon me, goodness. What's that other one called? One of the fancy expensive shops. I saw him in the toy section with his 2 bands, and I was like, "That's Lucas Digne," and I stared at him as I walked past. So it's good being me, and you see the football players, and you go, "Wow, that's a football player." I'm not gonna talk to him or ask for a picture, because they are just human beings, and it doesn't matter if they're used to it. They shouldn't have to be used to it. They should just let them get on with their lives. So that's what I do. That's what I live by. But I do want to send this message out to Paul Dummett. If he ever sees me in the street, come up and ask for a picture. I'd love to take a picture with Paul Dummett. I would love to change my lock screen to one picture of me and Paul Dummett. Anyway, back to Newcastle and not just Paul Dummett. We've done good. Miggy dipped a bit after Christmas. I'm putting that down to the long break we had for the the crappy World Cup, and so he was put off, and he hasn't hit like he was. He's not hitting the same. It's like when you get used to doing when you get used to taking paracetamol, it stops working. It's kind of the same. Trips has done great, but I don't. He's done great, but I don't think he's been more player of the year. Genuinely, I genuinely don't, and I don't think it's not his fault. Obviously, the other players have played better, is my opinion. But the one stat I get stuck in my head is when I was looking a couple of months ago, and it was that Kieran Trippier had put like the most balls in the box, with most of them not getting touches. Now that's not a knock on his delivery, because we weren't getting people in the box. That's a knock on putting the cross in. It's not like corners or free kicks, although the corners did dip. And we scored a corner for the first time in ages, and it wasn't own goal, but we also scored a free kick. Those have been fine. It's just been the crosses when he was playing on the right, and he just swing one in. It stopped working very quickly. I don't think did it work? I can't remember. It was ages ago now. Anyway, Pope has been great. I think he's been much better than Dubravka was. I think he's been able to make the saves Dubravka wasn't. But I think that's because he hasn't had to face as many saves as Dubravka. Because he's had a great defence. Fabian Shaw, always knew he was a great player. He still dips. But he's still fantastic. It's Fabian Shaw. He's just doing what he does. He reminds us of Chancellor Mbemba. Chancellor Mbemba was one of the best centre-backs we've ever had. He was not as good as Colaccini and such, but he was a fantastic defender, and I would love to still have him. You could play him in CDM. He would do a job. Fabian Shaw, play him in midfield. He could do a job. I genuinely think that. It's a genuine thought. Sven Botman, I would say, has been our best player this season. He's done really well in his first season here. And it's been good having him. Both him and Shaw can spread a pass. Shaw's better at it, but Botman can still do it. Dan Burn, I've hated every minute of him playing left back, but it's worked, more or less. For the most part, it's worked. I hate that, because he's not a left back. He might be listed as a left back, but just because he's listed, I was listed as a goalkeeper at some point. It doesn't mean I'm good to be a goalkeeper. I'm short. The goal is twice my height. You know, it doesn't make sense. Make it make sense. It doesn't. I could play in goal, though, just like Danberg can't play a left back. He's just not. He's not a left back. But we've had to put him in there, and he's done good while he's been in there. It's been fantastic. I do still hate him playing left back. He's not a left back. But it's worked. It's annoying. It's annoying to say it's worked. I'd like to see Paul play left back today, or centre back. I don't think it really matters. I think wherever you play him, he's going to do a job. Put him in midfield. I know I want Elliot Anderson to play today with Willock's injury. Put Paul in there. Put Paul in Bruno's role. He'll have a field day, lad. He can strike the ball. You saw what he did against Man U all those years ago. That's when my love affair started with for him. And then he decided to just play really good all the time. Fantastic player. Dreamy stuff. Speaking of Bruno, probably our best player, just in general. Just really good. Just doing Bruno things. We really struggled when he wasn't there. So we need to... we need more depth. Because even though Murphy's kicked on, Murphy isn't someone you want to be bringing on as a super sub in the league, while you've also got Champions League and like 3 different cups going at one time. More depth. I don't think we should get rid of Murphy, though. I think he's done well enough to stay, which is not something I would have said a few months ago. 4 months ago, no one's saying that. Who else? Sean's done enough to stay. Again, 4 or 5 months ago, no one's saying that, because Sean's been terrible for the past few seasons, and he's just started to kick on in his new role. What's that about? Joe Linton, fantastic. Always said he wasn't a striker, by the way. I had a little look into him when we signed him, and I said, and I find out that he was more of a winger, and we were playing him at striker. Didn't perform striker. He's performed more as winger, more of a centre mid, and he's done fantastic in both of those positions. Steve Bruce, suck a ballsack. Joe Willock's done good. He's not done loan good, because that is the Newcastle loan curse. It happens all the time. If we signed Jetro Willems, like I said we should have, on a permanent, after we loaned him, it probably would have happened to him. But it happened to Joe Willock. He hasn't been the same, but he's been fantastic still. He's still been really, really good. He just goes missing sometimes. And now whoever is when Joe Linton, when Big Joe is playing winger, and him and Joseph Willock swap, it's lovely to see the interchangeable centre-mid pieces we have. It's good. Dan Burn, silky smooth moves for someone who was 6'7", by the way. Fantastic. But he's from Blythe, so that knocks him down a bit. Blythe's a horrible place. I live in Leamington, and I'm saying Blythe's a horrible place, so it's a horrible place. Who else we got? Isaac, fantastic. I've liked the link up between him and Wilson. When one of them was coming on as a sub, we had Isaac on the left. I think that worked well. I haven't seen it work from the start of a game. I didn't watch the Arsenal game because I had a game. That's when I got a sack. Just putting that out there. And then it didn't seem to work amazingly well against Brighton, but it worked. But it wasn't the same sort of link up. He couldn't seem to get going. What's going to happen? You're going to dip. It's just because there's only a few games left that people are going to notice more, which is why I'm noticing more. But he's been fantastic. He's scored a lot of goals, and it doesn't matter how much he cost. Who's at that Brentford? Suck your mum. Wilson has been good. He's been good. I would say great, but he hasn't been. He's had a great second half of the season, but the first half was only good. But he has been fantastic since Isaac was brought in, and we were playing Isaac more. Isaac was getting goals, and then we brought Wilson on. Wilson started getting goals like it was no one's business. Miggy, I've already mentioned. He dipped. I think he still had a good season. I think it's his first good season that he's had, where he's been involved more. He's had more involvement, and it's not been as much being a nuisance kind of thing. I think he's been good. Murphy has been good, which is surprising because it's Murphy, and everyone always said we got the wrong Murphy, but I don't think we did. I think we got the right Murphy, but I just think he took his time. He took his time a little bit, but it's alright. We got the good one in the end. St. Maximum, plagued by injuries as usual. It would still be a shame to see him go though. But I think if we are getting rid of anyone, it would be St. Maximum. I don't want it to be. I think he's a great winger. Yeah. But we've got Champions League coming up, and I'd like to make a run in the Champions League. We'd have to see what group we get. But the Champions League should be something that we've got our mind on. Champions League, the Cups, the League. We need more players. We don't need Nottingham Forest more players or Chelsea more players. We just need we need more quality, and we can shift Deadwood. Not done it. Let's sign Paul to a new contract. Otherwise, I'm no longer a Newcastle fan. I'll go wherever he goes unless he retires, and then I'm retiring from football. I'm going to follow him to the day I die. If he jumped off a bridge, I'd be right after him. Oh, I didn't like the way that sounded. I don't like the way that came out of my mouth. Who else? Anthony Gordon, so far, has proven he's not worth the amount of money we spent on him, but he hasn't had a lot of chance, which is something I've been thinking more recently. He's made bench appearances with not a long left to go, but when he has had more time on the pitch, he's been impactful, but he's not made an impact. It makes sense. I don't care what you say. It makes sense. What else? What number is that? Oh, I'm part of a cryptocurrency investment beginner group now. Get in. Get in, lad. What was I saying? Oh, Anthony Gordon. I don't think he's had the chances. So, jury's still out on Anthony Gordon currently. Ellie Anderson, I'm a fan, but again, not seen a lot of him. So, jury's still out on Anderson about how good he actually is in the Premier League. Cause, I mean, he did good at Bristol, but that's Bristol, Premier League now. I don't think he needs to have a good season next season, but if he doesn't, I think he might be in danger of a couple loans, and I would prefer he didn't have to be loaned out every other week and he could just play Premier League football. My eye's gone really itchy and I don't know why. It's annoying. Anyone else? Jamal Lascelles. What a season he's had. I don't know how true this is. Hello. I don't know how true this is, but he's had... I know this is true. I know he's had 4 yellow cards and not been on the field for any of those 4 yellow cards. But I don't know if that's the most amount of yellow cards someone's had without playing. It's incredible numbers. He had 4 yellow cards and not touched the field during any of them. But it's been good. I liked it. It was a good tactic. Jason Tindall, great season. Eddie Howe, fantastic. What else? Gateshead have had a good second half of the season. The first half of the season was awful, but they had a good second half of the season. And then Sunderland, I think it's better for Sunderland not to have come up, because they would get demolished, just like Luton Town or Coventry's going. They're going straight back down. I will put an entire penny on it. Yeah, I think that's it for my football roundup. I've had me little... And we've been here for an hour now, so I think I've run out of things to say. So yeah, that's it. We'll end the episode there. That was fun. I hope you enjoyed your cereal. Mine's all gone. The milk's still in there. If anyone wants to drink it, hit me up. I will not be sending you a bowl with some milk in it, because it's disgusting. I hope you enjoyed your cereal, and I hope to see you in another podcast or another video soon. I've got some ideas stocked up in my head. We'll get there. Yeah, goodbye.